Just a reminder, just your name and address is all you need to say. We'll come on down to the station. It's a charge and a fine at most, $110.
Righto.
Yeah.
I'll grab my gear anyway.
Yeah.
Move away.
I'm moving. I'm documenting you doing your duties.
Okay, well, document me for the...
Sure, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, listen, there's clouds of other guys here.
Yeah, where are they?
Should be there. Yeah, one.
Are you removing our political signs?
Yes.
Why is that?
Can you move away, please?
Why is that? Because this is a legitimate protest and you can't remove our political signs. This is illegal,
Move away, please.
just to let you know.
Okay. Have you been told to leave the area?
You haven't told me to leave the area.
Have you been given a supervision by the police?
It's an illegal one.
Will you be removing our political signs?
Hi guys, it's Matt here from Occupy Sydney. I'm just giving you an update. This morning at around 6:30, the police arrived, about 30 police with wagons, and they immediately started arresting those of us that were here. There are 6 people that were arrested. There are obviously the regulars, some homeless people, and one international backpacker. They're currently being held at the Rocks. There are still some people here, a small collection of us that are maintaining the site. We've managed to get back some of people's personal belongings, and we've arranged for cars to come and pick them up. The plan for today is probably to go down to the Rocks police station as soon as we can to wait for those people that are in custody. If they aren't released, we'll likely go to court and wait for them there to receive bail. And at the moment, we're probably looking to get people together as soon as possible to decide on where we move on from here. But of course, this is certainly not over.
Peaceful protesters have been here for nearly 3 months. Why did they remove them this morning? Why? Why this morning and not any other morning? Why?
At 6:30 this morning, the New South Wales Police again used a Disneyland interpretation of council ordinances to steal more of our property and destabilise our 3-month-old protest. Look, their substantial point this time is that we're staying overnight. We've managed to circumvent that in the past by simply not being here by any definition of overnight, and we that have been charged intend to defend the charges vigorously on the basis of that. One interesting thing that's been happening with Occupy Sydney and the police is that the police have been trying to impose bail conditions which are punitive, and we have real concerns that the police are able to mete out their own punishments before cases appear before a judge, before they're defended, before the police put any evidence up whatsoever. So in other words, hypothetically, they are just able to absolutely contrive a situation, make it subject to court proceedings, and demand extraordinary bail conditions. They've recently been using bail. In a recent Westpac action, which was nowhere near Martin Place, they nevertheless excluded one of our people from Martin Place by making that a condition of her bail conditions. Look, this is a absolutely unfair use of law. It's not part of what justice is understood to be by normal Australians. And whether you agree with Occupy Sydney, whether you agree with protesters or not, this is your rights being undermined as well as ours. And we are emphatically not going to lie down and see those rights trampled over by a police force that seem intent and hell-bent on applying summary justice.
Just in regards, some of the media that we talk to, they use deceptive trickery and verbal gymnastics to put us into a position where we have to answer their questions. So one of them is, do you think that you've made your point after 111 days? And I would posit to that our governments have been killing people in Iraq for 3,000 days. Have they made their point? Goldman and Sachs and the Federal Reserve have been they've printed up to $18 trillion. Have they made their point? BP spilled almost 1 million barrels of oil in the Gulf of Mexico. Did they make their point? We need to kind of ask for more from our media instead of just these stupid puppets that they put on the TV. They try and sell us products, and there's no discourse that's happening in this country. Thank you.
Occupy Sydney are and will be rebuilding our occupation from tonight. And if the police come and smash that, we'll build 2, then 3, then 4, until they get absolutely sick or the public deauthorise them from applying summary law before the courts have the chance to determine whether they're right or wrong. And you should note that in a previous case on very, very similar charges, the judge did rule that there was no case to answer. So there's a fair chance that there's no case to answer on anything else they put up.